They found that I had the CDH1 mutation. And finding out that both our kids were positive for that was a gut punch. I don't know how else to describe it besides maybe like you swallowed something that was too big, but it really wasn't. Like it would kind of hang up, in here somewhere. So I went to my primary care doctor. Luckily, she told me, all right, well, I'll give you a prescription for, I think it was like Pepcid or something like that. But I want you to go get an endoscopy just to make sure we're treating the right thing. That's when we found out. He's like, the biopsies came back positive for cancer. The original plan was we were going to do 4 sessions or 4 infusions of flot, and I would take a short break. I would have surgery, and then I would have 4 more sessions as like a mop-up type thing, right? They found that I had the CDH1 mutation. Then it was, nope, you're getting your whole entire stomach removed, so you're going to do a total gastrectomy.
When they did the stomach removal, Dr. Wu took lymph nodes also, and he had 9 that came back positive.
Yeah.
So
there was good odds that I would have a recurrence. January of this year, I had some scans done that came back with a couple of areas that were a little suspicious. Yeah, the biopsies came back positive for cancer, so I had spread to the peritoneum. So the plan was to have a HIPEC with a diagnostic laparoscopy, and then wait 2 weeks, have infusion with the Flofox. Do 2 sessions of that, 2 weeks apart, then wait 2 more weeks, then have another HIPEC, and do 3 HIPECs, basically. So after my 3rd HIPEC, my biopsies actually came back clean. So my washings and everything else, it came back clean. I said, so that means I'm NED and no evidence of disease? And she said, cautiously NED. So that was good. That was really good news. I have 2 kids, and turned out that both of them were positive for the gene also. The science right now is, hey, the odds are so high with this gene mutation that we really suggest that geneticists suggest that you do this prophylactically, get your stomach removed. And so our kids both elected to get their stomachs removed prophylactically. And then since CDH1 is a double whammy for women, my daughter also got a double mastectomy done. They did biopsies of both of the kids' stomach, and my son's actually came back at stage 1 already. He was 25 years old. My daughter's came back clean, but she's still pressed with the surgery. Our kids, they're pretty amazing. I mean, they're
so strong. They're both doing really good.
Yeah, they're doing really well now. My daughter, she was strong through the whole thing. Our son, he struggled the most. He had the most complications and stuff, but he's doing great. He went wakeboarding not too long ago.
Yeah.
He looks a lot better. It was mentally a lot harder for me than it was physically. I couldn't watch commercials on TV about food. I would get sick, especially any kind of hamburger for some reason. I don't know why. But
did you see the picture? The worst.
I ate a lot of the same type of thing.
You ate a lot of yogurt.
A ton of yogurt. Mostly yogurt, protein drinks. Eggs was the thing I could tolerate. Every time I had any kind of setback, I gotta go lay down. And so I'd end up spending a lot of time in bed. And my drill sergeant here, she one day she came down there and she's like, "You're gonna die if you don't get out of bed more. You got to get up. You got to start walking around." And that turned the corner for me after I started just moving around, and then I was able to get past a lot of things and get past those mental blocks, which I don't have anymore.
My hope is that diagnostics get better.
Yes.
To catch it earlier, because we were so lucky that our son just, that little melon ball of stomach tissue they took out happened to have that tiny thread of cancer cells in it, and we caught it at stage 1, which is So rare.
When you find out you have stomach cancer, if you go rush out and find, you know, all the information out there, it's devastating. It's, you know, you have a 5% chance of being alive in 5 years, you know, that type of thing. Mm-hmm. And that's another, you know, punch to the gut, I think. And I want to change that. I want that to flip on its head, right? Like, you know, just like breast cancer and, you know, colon cancer and stuff like that, where the odds of living long-term survival is like way up.